With Division 2 Warlords of New York on the way March 3rd, there's been a renewed interest in the game. I've been diving into developer posts on Twitter and double checking the info to answer a lot of the questions I keep hearing about what to do with level 500 and below gear, as well as how to best prepare for Warlords of New York. Here are my recommendations for the smartest ways you can prep before diving in. Number 1, delete your level 500 and below gear for materials or credits. One of the biggest concerns and questions I keep hearing involves gear. Players are concerned about deleting gear, and I can confirm 100% that you should shred it all unless it's exotic. I'll get to exotic shortly. But Frederick Thylander, a designer at Massive, made this a very clear decision to make. Speaking specifically about your non-exotic gear, I recommend deleting them because you'd basically be keeping gear you'd never equip. To quote Frederick, level 1 to 30, including world tiers, and level 31 to 40 are separate libraries. So no, you can't use old level 30 rolls on 31 plus gear and vice versa. That will make your God roll perks useless if you plan to play in the level 40 sandbox. In addition to this quote, he pointed out that your current gear isn't viable in the expansion except in the first few levels. Everyone's current gear is level 30. The expansion goes to 40. It's equally viable as level 20 gear is when playing level 30 content. A green drop at level 32 is going to be better than anything God rolled at level 30. That made it very clear to me. Trash it for parts or sell it for credits ASAP. If you're getting Warlords, it's time for Gear 2.0. Number 2, exotics have a few more options. Here's the short version of what I'll recommend. A, trash your bad roll exotics for the parts that you can use later. B, store your God roll exotics for the upgrade system coming down the road. C, at 40, start farming for your favorite exotics again. The reason exotics are in a bit more of a gray area is because Ubisoft has confirmed that there will be an upgrade system at some point down the road, but not at launch. According to Ubisoft, at launch, you won't be able to upgrade exotics to level 40, as we would like you to focus on the new exotics and items in general. We do want to allow you to bring them up later and are looking at interesting ways of doing it that also make exotic materials more useful. Because of this, I'd plan to keep your favorites for when the upgrade system kicks in and begin storing components so you can simply build what you need in the future. On that note, number 3, wait and craft any exotics you want once you hit level 40. Say you're midway through an exotic quest, or you have the materials to make an exotic and you're not level 40 yet. Wait. According to Twitter, exotic blueprints will be available at level 40, and you can use your components to craft items like Nemesis Chatterbox, Liberty, and the holster at that point. In addition, requirements remain the same, and all exotics listed under exotic on your workbench can be acquired at 40 by crafting them again. Upgraded versions will not be. Requirements will remain the same, so you'll need an exotic component and the other materials listed for each. Grab those and store them for when you hit level 40 to have the best gear possible at launch. Number 4, crafting will be a little bit different. According to Ubisoft, no more fitted max gear score / level crafting like at World Tier 5, as those would be full God rolled items. Instead, we're back at a power range with possibilities of good individual stat rolls and overall items. No need to upgrade your bench, it will automatically scale with you to level 40 like it did to 30 before. All blueprints you have can be used at and before level 40, with the exception of the exotic upgrade blueprints. On how the new exotics will feel, Ubisoft said they are indeed completely remade, so regardless of upgrade or not, they will feel different. They are, however, still completely fixed in terms of stats and talents, only the stat values can vary. Of course, for the new gear, there will be new blueprints. Okay, so my number 5 tip, farm for components and credits. We know that stash space is going to remain the same, but now that we've confirmed there will be a level 30 bench for players who will remain base game year 1 owners, and a level 40 bench for players who get Warlords, what you should be doing is maxing out your materials. You can farm the trickier components like ceramics and electronics at the underground entrance at Constitution Hall once per day, or you can hop into the sewers in West Pontmac Park, or even just hop near DZ South and grab the black crates. If farming isn't for you, just play the game with friends. It's not the fastest way to farm, but it will likely be a bit more fun. This video is being made before Warlords launched, so keep an eye out in March for newly discovered farming routes and new tips and tricks from myself. I fully admit I'm not as hardcore as many Division 2 content creators out there, but I'm incredibly excited for the Warlords expansion, and I'm going to keep trying my best to keep these videos straight to the facts without any filler. If you like that, I hope you'll share this with your friends and consider subscribing. Thanks, and I'll see you online.